Introduce us, Gregory.
All right, that right there is Danny Lee OGT, obsessed tool fan, the heart, soul, and founder of Custom Creator. I'm OGL Schmitt. I'm the channel manager, and we are doing a review, sort of an analysis of a Perfect Circle's 13th Step album. For those that are not aware, 13th the Perfect Circle is the heart aspect of the Holy Maynard Trinity. Tool is the brain, Perfect Circle is the heart, Whisper is the libido. So when you talk about a body of work, in this case, it's literal. But Danny, what is this concept album about?
Well, this is part two. So, part one, if you haven't caught it yet, the beginning of that reaction is me sharing a story, which Kurt Loder, I think, is who narrates it, but about Lane Staley and Tool and the history there. And Maynard has only referenced. I I don't think Maynard's referenced very many people at all as far as his lyrical content. In fact, he doesn't reference his lyrical content at all, really, ever. But he was asked about this album, and it seems to be a reference to the 12 step program, and was basically, he was asked that question. And he said, well, it's not necessarily all about that, but the metaphor is absolutely present, and it comes from someone who's going through a grieving or loss of a loved one, or from addiction, or both, or anything you have to, any kind of recovery process. And the references he gives is like the death of his mother, and like having friends like Lane Staley, who at first he says people who have been through addiction, recovery from addiction, and those who never will. And Lane Staley is the reference he gives. And at the end, he said, I thought I would make this album for someone who is borderline or something, that someone who decides that they want to live. And I thought that was one of the most beautiful things I'd ever heard, because he himself has never been through addiction, psychedelics, pot, maybe some alcohol, but believe it or not, Maynard or any of Tool has never been addicted to any kind of substances. I'm sure Danny Carey's tried about all of them, and Alex Gray's their boy, and he literally has a psychedelic podcast with his wife. And yes, anyway, I'm rambling now. But the 13th step is, what do you do after the 12 step program? What is the 13th step?
What happens when 12 steps isn't quite enough?
Right, because if you've been through 36 steps or 12 steps 3 times, if I'm doing math right, I've seen many people go through this repetitive 12-step process. And I've seen people go through it once and it helped. And I've seen people fail and never make it. So there has to be some other alternative, and I think that's basically what this is about. The first one was the package, which was about what goes on inside your head when you're craving either solace or what do you call it when you grieving, when you
Solitude,
closure,
closure.
and or when you're craving a drug. And I think man have done a very good job of expressing that desire. You know, I'll lie to get what I need, lie to get what I came for. Clever got me this far, Tricky got me in. I'll nod and watch your lips move, but I don't need another friend. So just give me what I want and I'm at the door again. So yeah, so this is the second song on the album, Weak and Powerless. So let's get into it. Are you ready, my friend?
Let's do it.
The lyrics are on. I chose the lyric video because it has good audio and I waste a lot of time reading lyrics.
Tilling my own grave to keep me level. Jamming down and dragging down the hole. Digging to the rhythm and the echo of a solitary silent one that pushes me along and leaves me so. That's
They sound so good.
Yeah, great groove on this one.
Mm.
This one's starting off a lot more with a lot more intensity than the package did. The package was a slow burner, built up over time. This one is kicking off with a lot more weight right off the bat. The chorus there, for whatever reason, I guess just because of the nature of the melody and sort of the focus that is in Maynard's voice there, gave me some REM vibes. So
Don't kill him. I'm just kidding. I like REM. Losing My Religion, ain't that who sings that? I love
Yes.
that song. It's one of the greatest songs ever. So the format we're going to do this is Greg's going to react to the musicianship because he's never done any substances or really had a lot of loss in his life other than his father, which that's plenty enough. Yeah, I didn't mean that in a bad way. I just meant I'm going to react to that part, what I think it means, and the musicianship. Sorry, but weak and powerless lyrics. So, tilling my own grave to keep me level. Jam another dragon down the hole. So, chasing the dragon is no reference to like smoking heroin or shooting heroin down some old songs. I always thought that weird dude talking about Sam something, the old war song about everything going down the hole. The daddy shot all the money down the
oh shit.
whole country singer. Anyway, it was a weird ass song. It was really cool. I thought that was great. So that's a reference to shooting up. Digging to the rhythm. That's a great line. Digging to the rhythm. And the echo of a solitary siren. One that pushes me along and leaves me so desperate and ravenous. And I'm so weak and powerless over you. So you could be the drug. You could be the person you're losing. Or the person you think you're going to lose. Or yourself. Your own. If you're thinking about ending yourself, you could think about it that way.
So the siren reference there is a good one because the sirens were mythical creatures that had these beautiful voices that would cause sailors to literally throw themselves into the ocean to try to get to them. They would end up drowning.
Great job. I never knew that. They should have learned to swim, but anyway, sorry. I didn't know that. I've never really understood that line, so that's why we make a great team.
Yeah.
All right, so
Hey, look where you
I think
paused it.
that's where we left off, wasn't it?
Look where you paused it for the time.
111, baby. 1 and 1 are 1. 11. You all know what that means. Well, maybe not. If you don't, it's a Tool thing. Believe it or not, there are people that don't listen to Tool that love A Perfect Circle, and that's okay.
Someone feed the monkey while I dig in search of China. Why is Dracula as I approach the bottom? That's the
All right, Billy Howardale's tones are amazing for one, but real quick, that a monkey on your back is like an old saying. You got a monkey on your back. It just means that demon that won't go away. So and China, white China, was the first kind of heroin. It was the first snortable heroin before tar came around. This was older heroin, not antique, friggin', what do you call music? It was older, but it's classic.
Vintage?
Yeah, vintage heroin. There you go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Someone feed the monkey while I dig in search of China. That is a great, great line. White as Dracula as I approach the bottom, where all this shit adds up. Or the bottom of the barrel, the end of your stash, or the rock bottom of your existence.
Of course, Dracula is a vampire, something that presents itself as being very sophisticated and enticing, but is in fact monstrous and will drain your life energy away.
Literally, like the blood is drained from you when you're sucking it up in the syringe to shoot it back in. So, yeah, great songwriting there, Maynard. Herbert. Sorry, don't sue me, Maynard. Man, that tone's great.
angel, come away, come against another day. The devil has my ear today. A hero, what you say? Promised I would find a little solace and some peace of mind, whatever, just as long as I don't feel so desperate.
All right, last pause. I'm pretty sure that was Billy harmonizing with his. I know Maynard usually harmonizes with himself in Tool, but I know Billy does a lot of the. Well, Billy sings some of the songs.
Really?
Their
Did
version.
not know that.
Yeah, well, like I played when Chris Cornell calls Maynard out to sing with him when
Peace,
Pussfur
Love, and
was with
Understanding.
Audio Slave, yeah, and Peace, Love, and Understanding, which, if you don't know about that, look it up. The guy in the picture, though, is not Maynard sitting on the fucking, I don't know. This is one recording only with Chris Cornell and Maynard, so and Maynard just kind of hums. He gives Chris, it's his song. So, so they redone that in honor of Chris on an album, and Billy sings it.
Okay.
Again, I think that's a token of Maynard giving Chris Cornell his do and not trying to sing his song. So, Maynard is very humble to be such a sarcastic asshole. And this is why there's no footage of the Alice in Chains reunion concert, which wasn't supposed to be a reunion in the sense of we're getting back together and touring with William. No offense to William, but I don't know, but that is a pretty big concert. Hart, all kinds of people were there. But all of them took turns singing Lane's part to the last two songs, Them Bones, and Man in the Box. And Maynard sings those singly, and he does a great job, but I think he done it just for Lane. I think Maynard was the main reason it wasn't recorded, because he didn't want to be compared to Lane. And it turns out that one recording that whoever got through with has made that so anyway. All right, so Little Angel, Go Away. Come again some other day. The devil has my ear today. I'll never hear a word you say. He promised I would find a little solace and some peace of mind, whatever, just as long as I don't feel so desperate and ravenous, so weak and powerless. And those crescendos are, the way I don't know, you might be better adjust his pitch and tone during weak and powerless. Many crescendos is what that is, right?
I like how how he shifted from sort of almost a spoken type delivery into the much more melodic chorus. I think that this song was hit #1 on the Billboard charts, did it not?
I don't know.
I'm almost positive it did. That chorus is pretty catchy. It's pretty infectious. Just again, you don't want to compare, but when Maynard is involved, and you want to sort of like, I like to find like through lines, commonalities amongst the band. So he seems to like leaving space in his songs, but he prefers to let the drums and the bass fill that, which is interesting because Billy's the one that's writing a lot of the music on these, and he's a guitar player. So I mean, good on him for stepping back. It does remind me of not as far as the sound, but the approach is similar to Tool in that very prominent drums, very prominent bass, and the guitar is very textural. It's just it's sort of thickening the sound, as opposed to like laying down what I would be considered like a definitive riff or something like that.
You're right. He says Pussifer is a total different conversation, as he put the analogy, because there's so many people involved in it, where Tool and the Perfect Circle are more similar in the way they produce and write the music.
Yeah.
And Billy started off as Adam Jones's guitar tech. And then him and Maynard became roommates for a long time. And now Billy has his own band as well, Ashes Divide. And Josh Freeze, the drummer, was just named the new drummer for Foo Fighters. And we love you for doing that, Josh. Nobody can replace Taylor but Hawkins, but I guess the show must go on, as Freddie Mercury said. And I don't really agree with Alice in Chains keeping going as Alice in Chains. I think they could have just changed the name a little bit, Broken Chains, or Malice Without Chains or something. Broken.
So,
anyway. But
for anyone watching, I'm sorry, go ahead. Please finish.
No, I'm just happy that they're still touring and people can still experience it. So
Agreed. So I just want to ask a question for all of you guys watching, and let us know in the comments here. How do you feel about bands carrying on under the same name when a member has left or has passed away or something like that? Do you think it's okay? Do you think it's acceptable? Do you think it's a case-by-case scenario? I'm just kind of curious. Like John Deacon from Queen was adamant that they not carry on under the Queen name without Freddie. But he just sort of stepped back and he let the other bands, they have toured as Queen with Paul Rodgers and with
Brian May.
Yeah, and with I'm talking about the singers. It was oh my God, Adam Lambert and Paul Rodgers have sung and they turned it into the Queen banner, and John Deacon just said, look, I don't want a part of it, but I'll give you guys the okay, and I'll just do my own thing. So what do you guys think about that? Do you think bands should continue under their own, under the name, without a certain member?
Like, which one is Pink?
Right.
I don't think they've ever figured out who's the singer.
Yeah.
They're
like
still feuding to this day.
Mm-hmm.
And Led Zeppelin's a great example. They never, ever toured as Led Zeppelin again after Bonham died.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I think that was a great decision. Jason Bonham is a great drummer, but Shooter Jennings is also Waylon's son, but I won't say no more. Thank you, Shooter, but singing was not you did not get that from your father.
Yeah, the talent is not always inherited.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went off on a bit of a tangent there. Let's finish this bad boy off.
Let's do it. Great.
It's a very melancholy song, but it's catchy. It's singable. It's not easy to marry those things sometimes.
No, it's not. I mean, but I think the more odd it is when you try to figure out how to sing something, the more rewarding it is when you learn how. Because it's very fun to sing along with Maynard, even though if you can't do it or not, it's the crescendos and the way, a lot of people don't realize a lot of the words don't rhyme in either band. And that's just, I mean, are there many bands that do that? It's maybe a song by song, but like, I think 50% of all lyrics in all three bands don't rhyme. So, and sometimes there aren't choruses or verses or structure. So,
well, there's almost always structure. It just tends to not be conventional structure. It's just Maynard has
I guess
never
Tool.
been a,
There are some Tool songs that have no structure whatsoever.
Yeah. Maynard's never been
Rosetta
a
Stone.
verse, pre-chorus, chorus. That is, that's
10,000 Days.
Yeah.
All right, so, and this is a lot about conversation too. This entire album about just it's and I have a 13th step. I will take it to my grave on my arm. So thank you for being here, and we sing till in January.
Oh yeah,
me and Greg here.
Great show.
That was our face. Like, whoa, dude. So yeah.
I had my first brush with Tooligans. It was great. Everything a first time Tool concert goer could ask for. But yeah, but guys, talk to us in the comments. Let us know what you think this song is about. What it means to you on a personal level. And yeah, I enjoy hearing Maynard's softer side.
So, question us. Think for yourself. Tell us what you think.
So, what is the next song on this journey here?
You got the damn CD, man.
I do. It's around here somewhere. My CDs tend to shift. Here it is.
So is your hair.
It is The Noose, which we actually have a reaction to that. But
yeah,
it's
Greg
a
did
very
it one
poor
time
quality.
here at the house. So
yeah.
No, it's not. It's just for one, we didn't know how to properly upload songs to get them out to the right places.
We really didn't know shit back then. So.
Yeah.
Think about
So
it.
We'll keep
This
it.
one
We
will be
might tag it
better.
on the end here.
Yeah.
There is no better or worse. There are just different versions.
Agreed.
So, much love, everybody. 25 minutes. Sorry about that. Mental health is real.
And music is
I'm a
your
great
best support
example of
group.
it. And the 13th step is whatever you feel right for you.
Wherever that 13th step is, just make sure it's a safe and healthy place.
And make sure there's not a cliff when you step.
100%. Or a bear trap.
Or the end of the stage, or whatever you want to say.
The beginning of a stage if it's a Nickelback concert. I'm sorry, the keys. All right, good.
Poor Chad Kroger. You wanted to live like a rock star, didn't you? There are some Nickelback songs I like.
Yeah, they're not nearly as bad as people would have you believe.
Scratch your name in the side of a bullet. All right, much love.